Start winner, and having a look at her in the yard, she definitely hasn't taken a step backwards. If anything, she's come on. All right, let's go to the one. This is Jackleberry Finn. I know this guy well. Used to be with David Van Dyke, now with Donald Baker, and Gabrielle Simmons will claim her 3 kilograms.
Yeah, having his first start for the new stable this afternoon. He's probably better suited over the mile journey. But we'll see what he does, nice and fresh. He's parading beautifully. He's a lovely, big, strong horse. So see what he does today, Jackleberry Finn. He's got a lot of weight to carry. The claim's important.
Okay, Gary Gearan riding for Corey and Kylie on the 2, Epicurious.
He hasn't raced since the 7th of May when he was down the track at Gatton. The give of the track will help him, but lack of racing is a bit of a concern.
Tuhinga is the 3. Georgina can't write for John Thomas.
He's racing well. He's been placed his last 2 at both Toowoomba and Gatton. That last start run, he was back to midfield in a fast run race and found the line well, so can't fault him.
Okay, we look to the 5, the 1 in the market. This is Hot Step, and he is second up. He's gelding by Lonro. Justin Huxtable does the riding for Jack Bruce.
His first Queensland run was at the Sunshine Coast when the rail was out. It didn't suit back markers, and he got to the line strongly out wide when 5th behind Winburn. Winburn's come out and won again since. He steps up from the 1200 to the 1350. He parades well. So there's plenty of ticks for the favourite.
We've got another Jack. This is horse number 6, but she's a mare, Jac The Great. Michael Kellier for Eric Hayes with a tongue tie on.
Yeah, fitting out for 2 runs back from the scrub. The last start effort was an 8th at Toowoomba when beaten 8 lengths over 1,300 metres. So just needs to go the next step to be competitive here.
Pat Webster has the 7, Miss Cinema Cider. She was the last start winner at Kilcoy. She did have the world's best run from the world's best ride from Emily Lang, but she gets her on board again today.
Sounds like you might have something on the yarn, but she was really good at Kilcoy. She was up on
a bit over the top, wasn't it?
She was up on the speed and really fought on well. And as you said, it looks like she's taken no ill effects whatsoever. She's glistening in the coat and should be hard to beat.
Daniel McGilvray's on the 8, Ascot Express. He claims 1.5 for Barry Baldwin. Okay, Hot Step, your $2.40 favourite. Is that around the $4.60 mark for a long time yesterday, Damien? Miss Cinema Cider has now been a drifter whilst the favourite's firmed. Tuhinga is $3.80, and then Jackleberry Finn is $10.
Okay, well, we're looking for a winner, Kian. We're going 5, 7, 3 and 8. I'd like the run of Hot Step at his first Queensland start. He found the line well. Let's hope he can find the right part of the track here towards the middle. That's where most of them are winning today, about coming down that centre. And
particularly this time of day now, they start to sort of wander off that paint, don't they?
Definitely, yes. So we'll go with him, Hot Step. Over the 7, Miss Cinnamon Cider, who'll be up on the speed again. That's her normal racing pattern. She's a tough little filly and she paraded beautifully. Then number 3, Tuhinga, who's just a model of consistency. And 8 in for 4th, Ascot Express. His last run wasn't bad. Around the $10 mark, there's some value there with him as well.
Well, we know Hot Step certainly likes the toe-in. A, being by Lonro. Last 4 starts, heavy 10, heavy 8, heavy 9, and soft 6, and not being disgraced. However, just without, well, we did win one too. That was on a heavy 9. But Paul Joyce tipped this to me yesterday as well.
Okay, he was with me the night or the afternoon that this horse debuted at the Sunshine Coast, and we both were taken with his run.
Yes, he said you were frothing over it. Okay, let's see if you can get it home here, Damien. Here's Anthony.
260 is the 5, 330 Tuhinga. It's a late backing for Ed. So just about ready to roll. He's 7 of 8, 1,350 metres. It's another competitive market. We've seen a lot of competitive markets right throughout the day thus far. And here's another one as Miss Cinnamon Cider goes in to complete the line. So the lights flashing away. Race 7, stalls are back racing. Miss Cinnamon Cider began the best. Ascot Express up to attack, and Black Widow was 3rd. Hot Step the favours, poised 4th. Louisville 5th towards the outside. Jackleberry Finn is centre field the fence, and they're followed by Tuhinga, who's getting back. Jac The Great is now passing it, and Epicurious is last of all over on the inside, travelling no more than about 9 lengths away from the speed. So it's Miss Cinnamon Cider in front, down to the 950. She wants to roll, Miss Cinnamon Cider, and at the moment she has the head. planted firmly on her chest, and she let loose off the back by 2 lengths over Ascot Express and Hot Step. Louverlil fourth the outside but deep, and then came Black Widow, and further back to Jac The Great. Jacobury Finn got shunted well back in the field, clear of only Tuhinga, and Epicurious is last of all over on the inside. Miss Cinnamon Cider led to the 600, coming down towards the home turn in front by Nelly, 2 over Ascot Express and Hot Step. Then came Black Widow, Jac The Great, Louverlil towards the outside at Tuhinga, and then came Jacobury Finn, who's coming away from the inside. Epicurious is sticking back down to the fence, so straightening up for the run of the judge. Ascot Express out wide, hit the front. Miss Cinnamon Cider back to second. Epicurious the rail. Jacobury Finn is next. Hot Step and Jac The Great are right down the outside. Epicurious getting through, so it's Ascot Express, Epicurious, and they're followed by Hot Step down the outside, but it's Ascot Express in front. Tuhinga late, but Ascot Express beats Epicurious and Tuhinga. Then came Hot Step, Jac The Great, Miss Cinnamon Cider, Jacobury Finn next. They're followed by Louverlil back there at a rearward position, and Black Widow was at the tail end of the field.
All right, few upsets here today. Definitely glad I'm not tipping. We've got Ascot Express first over the line, $12.50, 3.10. Barry Baldwin and Daniel McGilvray, well done, claiming that 1.5 kilograms. In for second was Epicurious for the Gearan stable. Third is Tuhinga, and we're just waiting that fourth number. Did you happen to grab it, Damien?
No, it's I think between the favourite Hot Step and maybe Jac The Great out wide in the yellow colours.
Yeah, they were finishing
they're the
fast.
Two.
Your favourite, just building the revs, probably needs that little bit further, I think, second up, third up, Damien.
Yeah, I know it hasn't been beaten far on the line, but you've got to say disappointing for mine, Kian. Like Ascot Express was a length in front of it, and I just didn't like the fact that he came off the bit so far away from home. But maybe just running a bit quieter, maybe going back to the home track. We'll give it one more go, but certainly disappointing the favourite. But look, Dan McGilvray gave Ascot Express a lovely run throughout. Miss Cinnamon Cider bowled along to the top of the strap. We found just about every leader today.
Well, she injected the tempo for the favourite, but still left flat-footed. So might need that little bit further, but we'll save him for another day. All honours with the winner there. That's Ascot Express, Barry Baldwin, Daniel McGilvray off a last start, 7th at the Sunny Coast. Well done to the team there. Okay, 8-2-3, and that is 6, Jac The Great in for 4th there. In the frame, we'll head to Tari. They've got their last race in race number 7.